Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I thought I'd go back to my old roots and we're going to talk about an old theory for Batman Arkham Knight. This theory was originally came up with by, well, there's probably a lot of different sources, but the main one we'll be talking about today is the theory made by the Arkham YouTuber Nerd. And so the theory starts with going on top of the Elliott Memorial Hospital. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up, so the audio might not sound the best, but I'll do my best for you. But so here's the theory. We all know how Victor Zsasz is cut from the game and how he appears in the Oracle side, the Oracle section of the main game when you're tracking her down. I'll show the clip on screen right now. But yeah, as you can see, he turns the corner and then he runs away. There's also a video, not video, there's also a riddle about Victor Zsasz, which, you know what, I'll actually read that. Scar tissue. Victor savored the familiar warmth of, actually, you know what, I might get a demonetization thing if I read that out loud. I don't know, it's a little graphic, so I'll let you guys read it. Anyway, you can go back and pause if you want. But Victor Zsasz basically just talks about how Victor Zsasz felt left out, that Scarecrow didn't include him in his plans, and that he was just gonna wait for Batman to just take out everyone else, and then he was gonna kill him once he was at his weakest. But the theory says that wasn't added in until after the cut content for Victor Zsasz, because there are unused voice lines, which I have made a couple videos on before, YouTube Shorts on, back in my earlier days of posting on this channel. But he does have some unused voice lines. That would be his Batmobile ride, so that's kind of cool, so you get to hear that. But here's the theory. We're just going to get right into it. So, Victor Zsasz was being escorted from this hospital here for some reason. He's being escorted from here to somewhere else. We don't know where, probably Blackgate or Arkham Asylum. But one of the cops was bribed by Scarecrow. And the reason we think that is because, number one, Scarecrow's insignia is here, and number two, we've seen in the game before that these cops, they're not pure cops, we'll say that. Some of them are corrupted. And so, the theory is, once one of the cops got in the helicopter with Zsasz, the other grabbed this little pipe thing, and he attached it to the back of this helicopter, and it basically broke the tail of the helicopter, or whatever it's called. Sorry if I'm using wrong slang, descriptive words for a helicopter. I'm not very familiar in this field. But he broke the back of the helicopter. The helicopter, as it was trying to take off, came back down and crashed. And Victor Zsasz jumped out at the last second. And as Victor Zsasz began to start to pose his victims, which that's why this guy is propped up, and you can see here, his neck is broken. His neck is 100% broken. So Victor Zsasz started to try to pose his victims up. I'm guessing he might have just it'd be kind of funny if you this guy, he was just sitting on the balcony. But before he could do anything, a helicopter showed up, and it would report to the GCPD, who would tell Aaron Cash, who would then tell you, and then you would come investigate and set up a crime scene, which would have you look at the dead bodies and be like, oh, his neck is broken. Then you'd recreate what happened. So that's the theory. And then another thing is, people have this theory It's basically the same theory, but we all know how right outside of the clock tower is where you can find Victor Zsasz. Right outside the clock tower is where he just shows up on the video feed. I haven't played Arkham Knight in so long, guys. I'm gonna try to do more Arkham Knight videos because I really enjoy this game. I played a little bit of Gotham Knight, so I've been hitting the other grapple button, not knowing it's the eject button from the Batmobile in this one. But anyway, over here, like these cameras, this is where there's like cameras outside this clock tower, and that's where we see Victor Zsasz. But what people don't really know is there's a unused room at the back of Panessa Studios. Now, there's a lot of talk on what this room could be used for. I'm gonna go over the Victor Zsasz part first, and then we're gonna go over, then we're gonna go over how it could be Clayface, how it could have been Clayface. Because the game has been done for more than 10 years now, 11 years almost. So, let's be honest, there ain't no DLC coming out. But this was like unused content, it was cut content. But here is what people are thinking. I gotta find it first. Here it is. So, towards the back of Panessa Studios, you can find this boat. This is the exact same type of boat that we saw in Arkham City that were just docked everywhere. And you see that once you come up here, this sign says no entry. There's an entire room back here. Now, at no point in the game do you ever come back here. This is just a randomly textured room with a bunch of random props and pieces that are not used anywhere else. So why else would they design a room if they weren't going to use it? There's just no point. They might as well just shut the door so they don't have to animate and like they don't have to texture everything. But what if this room, this theater door actually opened up and you had a boss fight with, let's say, Victor Zsasz? How cool would that have been? That's the theory for that. And it's kind of coincidental, or is it, that once you come up here to where the parking lot is and you leave and go to GCPD, it's the same amount, it takes the same amount of time to do that as the voice lines are for Victor Zsasz's Batmobile ride. So, people have been pointing those together, putting that together and stuff. But that is the Victor Zsasz theory. The Clayface theory, which is a little bit more on the Easter egg side, because I don't know why they would have a Clayface boss fight instead of Victor Zsasz, because Zsasz has been here since... I guess Clayface has technically been there, but, you know. So the reason some people think it's Clayface is because this door looks like it was, like, opened by force. It was definitely opened by force, and Clayface is huge. Also, there's this like material on like these chairs and this metal and everything, and you could pass it off as rust or just like crap that's everywhere, like just dust and stuff. But some people are thinking that it could be Clayface's residue, and he could be like falling apart like he does in the animated series, and so he needs to like commit crimes and steal stuff or something, and that's why it's on the door, it's on these chairs. Clayface locked himself in here and he started trying to rehabilitate himself, but it just didn't work. And the final boss fight with Clayface, according to some early concept art, I'm gonna see if I can find it. I think, if I believe so, it's in extras. I'm gonna have to leave the game. If I go to extras and then concept art for the game, there should be a GCPD one. I've never looked at the concept art before, so this is cool. but there should be one. They're standing on top of the... I don't think I've seen it before, so it's gonna be kind of new for both of us. I've seen it on camera, but I haven't seen it just looking. I might just be blind. Movie sets. Now, the whole Panessa Studio thing just gives me Scarecrow vibes, personally. Just because that's, I mean, not Scarecrow, Clayface vibes, just because he's an actor. He's a former actor, so it, like, gives me those vibes. Oh, here it is. As you can see, I thought it was GCPD for some reason. On top of Panessa Studios, he's grabbing onto one of the buildings. There's Clayface. And so that's why people were making this connection and why people started looking at Panessa Studios in the first place. This early concept art showed Clayface in the game. That's him. It's 100% Clayface. And so that's why some people were thinking that Clayface could possibly be somewhere in Panessa Studios. There's also the fact that there's like more than like a couple posters in there with the name Basil Carlo just sprayed across it because of all the movies he's been in. So that's pretty cool. But this was just a quick video just to get back in the swing of things and to show off this theory because it's really cool and I thought you guys might want to know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoy what you're seeing here. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.